And welcome to a very steamy Wednesday evening for you here. A friendly matchup between two Ohio squads. The Dayton Dynamo hosts the Toledo Villa FC club from the Premier League of America. Lee W. Mound with you here this Wednesday evening. Thanks for making us a part of your Wednesday night. A friendly match between Dayton and Toledo. The second match on the season for both squads between each other. Toledo won the home battle by a score of 5-0, keeping Dayton winless in the friendlies. But tonight, Coach Dan Grice puts his regulars out there to get them pumped up for the 2017 NPSL playoffs powered by MITRE, as things do need to bounce in the way of the Dynamo, but things do look pretty sunny side up for the Dayton squad. Dayton comes in with a record of 6 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws. Toledo Villa FC in the Premier League of America East Division, 4 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. And Toledo Villa FC on playoff hunts of their own. 2 more wins for the Toledo squad means they're in their playoffs as well. Lee W. Mowen with you here tonight. Follow me on Twitter at the Lee W. Mowen. If you're watching this broadcast live with us, follow our Dynamo Twitter at Dayton Dynamo. Chad Hollingsworth piping out the social media for you on the tweet deck, as Dayton will start heading from the right to the left, and Toledo in the reds with the white numbers and white sleeves will start right. Left to right, starting 11, as creates the net for Toledo Villa, donning the neon green highlighter color. And his defense will be MD Diallo, Mo Mustafa, Tevin Gilkes, Tyler Biggs, making up the 4-4-2. The 4 in the middle is 4-2. Milanovic, Jeff Kelly Rosales, Dom Greta and Hamed Sheriff, along with Reron Tricoli and Robert Miller up top. They're led by head coach Charlie Edwards. And the lone sub that Toledo has tonight in our first minute is Camden Busher. Now for head coach Dan Grice, with goalie coach Catherine Gordon and assistant coaches Jeff Monbeck's lineup. Ryan Hoolings will get the start tonight for Dayton. He'll be subbed out after one half. Ryan Hoolings in the net. And the 4-5-2 looks like this. Brad Schluter, Eric Kissinger, Mike Diley, and Austin Lewis patrolling the backfield, with Angelo Willie, Eric Hutton, Connor Hughes, Tate Robertson in the middle, feeding Matt Kinkoff and Tristan Lyle up top. So yes, a very veteran-led team for Dayton tonight. A lot of names you have followed along during Dayton's quest for the NPSL playoffs. Toledo in the red jerseys, Dayton back in the home white with the barber pole stripes light gray and white, blue numbers on the back. We're live from downtown Dayton's John Q. Sherman Field at Roger Glass Stadium. And it'll be a goal kick on the way for Toledo Villa FC, Chris Baluska. First matchup between these two happened in Sylvania, Ohio, at Northwest High School. Goal kick on the way for Baluska. One player having a hat trick in that game against Dayton's lineup. Dayton winless in friendlies this season, but at home, those two friendlies, both games each at one loss, as Dayton, Angela Willie on the chase for the ball. Baluska sends it back into the fray. Tricoli settles it down. The Buffalo Wild Wings logo on front for Toledo Villa FC and Voss Network. And the front. This broadcast brought to you by Net Edge Training, led by goalie coach Catherine Gordon. Tonight we have Tim with the camera work duties. Third minute, no score. Toledo Villa FC drags it slow on the right wing. Eric Kissinger now sends it up top. Now Eric Cutton joins the fray. Right wing time. Defense by Diallo on the left side. Reflects off him. Corner kick number 1 of the day. It goes for the Dayton squad. It happens on the far side of the pitch. And taken by Tate Robertson, the Bowling Green Falcon. Contrary to what Dayton Dynamo tweeted, this broadcast is for everyone, even people that made it here to the glass. Knocked down in the box, it's clean. Back to the corner kicker in. Tate Robertson. He'll dash it across inside, almost stringing it right to a Dynamo player. Now right. Flipped high and off the bar. Poked away by Toledo Villa FC. Believe that was Hutton with the final touch. Stays Dayton ball in the 4th minute of action. Tonight this broadcaster has double duty, running the scoreboard and the broadcast and on the season. It's been broadcast engineer, PA announcing for one game. That was a friendly too. Fourth minute, Dayton's defense has it. Nothing game. A very hot, a very humid day. The real field got up to about 98 degrees in Southwest Ohio. As Toledo with an opportunity. Backing up is Tyler Biggs. Biggs slows it down. Finds someone in front. Biggs will find an open red shirt. Running up for it. Can't quite get to there. Was Kelly Rosales. Jeff Kelly Rosales. And it's back to Dayton's Bradley Schluter. Dayton in the white tops, and Toledo Villa FC with a takeaway in the reds. Dom Gritta with the spikes to knock it away. 5th minute. Now here comes an incoming attack, slowed down by Dayton mid-defender. Now Tricoli with it into the penalties. Flips it on top of Dynamo defender Angela Willie. Precisely what the doctor ordered. But here comes a shot at Hollings. Loose ball scored on top, and the flag will go up. The rebound will not count for Toledo Villa FC late in the 5th minute. As the attacker will on top of the defensive line. And the 6th minute, it remains scoreless here from downtown Dayton, Ohio. Our sponsors of Dayton Dynamo Soccer include the following at the Voss Network: Premier Health, Circuits and Cables, Model Especial, providing the beer tent for all the home matches for the Dynamo. Also WG Grinders providing the concessions for all this season. And the Dayton Beer Company being the sponsor of the Dynamo pregame wear. Nice send to the right wing, but just flicked wide and off of Kinkoff as Toledo Villa FC trying to clear it away from the incoming attack. And it is a throw-in for the red shirts. Nothing game here. 6th minute, entering our 7th, as fans continue to trickle in these gates. Roger Glass Stadium. Now in its second year of operation, primarily for the Chaminade Julian High School Eagles for football, soccer, and lacrosse. This is the first year the Dayton Dynamo have played this fine facility. Push on the left wing. A little bit of miscommunication as Sheriff. Back on top of it. Abdullah. Now here comes Toledo Villa FC. Back to Abdullah on the left wing. Pushes forward. Rolls it to Jeff Kelly Rosales. And on the send-up, no one there for the red shirts. Dayton's defense reels it in. Ryan Hooling's in net to start this match for Dayton. Ethan Dewhurst scheduled to come into the match in the second half, similar to what happened for the Columbus Crew U23 friendly. Knocked away by the back line, Toledo Villa FC. Finds friendly red shirt on the left. Rolled up top, Kelly Rosales. Right in front of the danger zone. The drum back in action. Eighth minute now. Nothing game and a whistle and a foul. First foul of the day going against the Dayton Dynamo. Again, if you're watching it on YouTube, join us on the Dayton Dynamo Twitter at Dayton Dynamo. Your broadcast buddy throughout this entire match. Free kick on the way. Looking up top for Kelly Rosales. And off a Dynamo player, it remains with Toledo Villa FC. Toledo Villa FC led by head coach Charlie Edwards, 4-3-1. They belong in the Premier League of America East. Home to a couple former MPSL teams. AFC Ann Arbor's having a tremendous year. They were formerly members of the PLA. Waiting on the throw in. It's a long one. Tossed into the box, and Eric Hutton shuffles it away. Rebound blasted high by Dom Gritta. It is a goal kick on the way for the Dynamo in the 9th minute. Very warm day, so you can also expect around the 30th or 31st minute. Both teams will get a drink of water, and during long waits. Here's a breakaway attempt by Tate Robertson. Can't complete the cross to the right. However, a takeaway for Angelo Willie rolls it in to the 18 where Villa cleanly picks it up. Lone striker up top, Robert Miller racing. Nice poke by Dayton. Connor Hughes that time. And that ball looked like that went on Longworth behind us. Is a throw in on the way for Schluter. And company in the 10th minute. Second to last home game for the Dynamo. Both the last home games for Dayton are friendlies. Saturdays will be against Fort Wayne Sport Club. Same team last year that Dayton played. Picked up a 5-2 win in the friendly field of Welcome Stadium. Willie to Lyle. Can't quite get it back to Willie. Send in Baluska, two-handed catch on top of his head. 10th minute, heading into the 11th now. Still scoreless here from Roger Glass Stadium. Dayton looking for the first friendly win of the season. 0-2 at home with the friendlies. And 0-1 away from home sweet home. Of course, the friendlies are not counting the college games. Early in the spring. A send up, allowing Kissinger to run back. Hooling's a good run back for it. Keeping out of the reach of Robert Miller up top. And Dayton quickly back on the counter as Willie slices a tight pass to Schluter on the left. Nothing game, 11th minute now. Out of the reach of Tricoli. Robertson now on the race. Looking up top for Kinkoff and Lyle. Throw in by Dayton. Going up top for Wright State Raider Eric Hutton. Towards the left corner. Slows it down with his right foot. Picks it back up as he rotates around his defender. Loose ball back for Toledo. In case you're wondering, there is no connection other than the name for the Premier League of America and the elite club in Europe. The Premier League of America is an elite adult men's soccer league for college and post-college age players to feature their skills on hometown clubs. And the PLA is concentrated in the northern quadrant of the Midwest from Cedar Rapids, Iowa to Toledo, Ohio as far as it stretches.
Now here's Lyle.
Breaks away, heads towards the 6, can't get it. And back with the ball goes Toledo FC. Tremendous pressure up top by Dayton in the 12th minute now. A scoreless affair between two Ohio teams.
Last
year's champion was the Milwaukee Bavarians, also PLA, home to this Toledo Villa FC club, along with RWB Adria, Grand Rapids Ole SC, Mass and 56ers. Red shirts with the ball as Willie behind the back of Big strips it away. And now up top, here's Robertson, almost collides with Mo Mustafa. He'll take it towards the near corner, send it for a clear throw-in for Dayton. Nice stop. Off the end of the bench of Toledo Villa FC. Two defenders have it for Dayton. Mike Diley, along with Eric Kissinger, who is a veteran amongst the veterans of Dayton soccer, coaches at Miami Valley School. Up top now, just kept away by Tate Robertson. As Toledo Villa FC pushed to the deep crevice of their defensive third. However, Jeff Kelly Rosales looks to start something up here for Toledo Villa FC. Here's an open chance here. On the left wing, we'll have a late whistle on a tackle. Toledo Villa FC gets a free kick about half field. Free kick actually taken on the opposite side, the attacking half for TVFC in the 14th minute. Scoreless affair here as the clouds continue to build up. Hopefully things are cooling down. The fans making their way in here. Lots of traffic in the attacking third where Dayton comes away with it. I believe that was Hughes. Now to Willie. Towards the Eagle. Hughes sells it down again. Playing amongst the back line with Kissinger, Diley, and Austin Lewis. Excuse me. 15th minute now. The clock on the YouTube video is a little bit behind the actual one. Like I mentioned, double duty for this broadcast today.
Nothing new to my talents.
Throw in on the way for.
And it'll be taken
by Abdullah.
A lot of wig. Drum continues to be on. That's Gem City Squadron. They've been here for every game. A great supporters squad for this Dayton Dynamo team. They love their
Dynamo soccer. They've supported this team since the move from Cincinnati to Dayton.
The Seven
Hill Crusaders used to be the supporter group for the team previously known as the Cincinnati Saints. Michael Diley back on top of it.
Ryan Hoolings comes
in and wills it away out of the box. No pressure. Now one red shirt flies in Tricoli. Now here's Schluter coming on the left wing. Finds Robertson on top. Robertson looks around. He has Kinkoff far right. Lyle in the middle on the top line. And Eric Hutton.
Make that Willie.
Trying to find Lyle, and twice nearly comes up with the ball. Robertson now pushing Mo Mustafa.
Flicked
away. The loose ball picked up by defenseman Tyler Biggs. 16th minute, close to the 17th. Nothing game. Dayton with most of the pressure on the back line and Beluska. Toledo Villa FC have seen their fair share of Ryan Hoolings today.
Now the 17th minute is upon us here from downtown Dayton, Ohio. Here's Tricoli. Nice footwork by Tricoli. However, unable to finish the zig and the zag into the box. Easy pickup from Toledo Villa FC's back line. That's Biggs on the right. Flicks it away. Sheriff. Here's a blast. One hopper, two Hoolings. They'll settle the pack down before slinging one to a very open Angelo Willie. It's got Robertson directly in front. Finds Matthew Kinkoff in the middle of the pitch. Kinkoff looks around. Now met up with Diallo. Flicked off the knees of Diallo. Will find the home of Willie, who's on top. Goes back for Robertson. And flees it away from a sea of red. And almost into the grab of Matt Kinkoff. Not for a nice sliding grab by Chris Baluska in the net for Toledo Villa FC. Nothing. 18th minute from downtown Dayton. Schluter starts it up again for the Dynamo. The home white kit tonight. Can't fly on his own. Schluter starts it with Abdullah chasing him down. An open Dynamo. Now here's Hutton towards the near corner. A one-on-one race where Willie will stop it by the touchline, hit it off his defender, and wins a throw-in for the Dayton Dynamo. Here comes the two-hander, finding Lyle, and whisked away from the Wright State Raider, who wins it back for Hughes out of the grabs of Gritta. Dayton goes down low for it. Collision and a whistle on Toledo Villa FC. Wins a Dynamo free kick, just shy of the 15-yard line of American football. Here comes Toledo Villa. Slowed down just off the inside part of the foot from Tate Robertson. Back to Robertson. Fleeced away from the Dynamo midfielder. However, no one there to continue the chase for Toledo. And it's back to the Dynamo on a throw-in from Bradley Schluter. Drum seems extra loud tonight here from Roger Glass. Nice footwork and nice ball movement by Kinkoff, but just sent a little bit too far in the 20th minute. It's a goal kick on the way for Toledo Villa FC. Scoreless affair between the second matchup. The first here in Southwest Ohio between Dayton Dynamo and Toledo Villa FC. Toledo Villa FC winning big affair in Sylvania. The first match of these two squads. Dayton looking to return the favor, their home pitch. In conference play, Dayton undefeated in downtown Dayton. In friendlies, they're 0-2 at home, losing both matches by a goal apiece. Loose ball through, and it's picked up by Baluska. Now here's a nice opportunity forming for Tricoli and Toledo Villa FC. Throw in for the red shirts. Take his time to go behind the touchline. 21st minute. And this throw-in is going to happen between the Premier Health stretching bench and the Dynamo bench. Wondering why it was taking so long, but Robert Miller flung it in. Now it's Lyle one-on-one with
Diallo. He'll win the throw-in for Dayton. Two bouncer for Schluter up top. Good pressure on him. Now two against the current Cedarville Yellow Jacket. Cross misses the foot of Kingcoff, picked up by Willie. He'll send one towards the goal, and that one blisters off the chest of a Villa defender. Picked up by Tricoli on the right wing. I'll look to start something up in the 22nd minute. The Dynamo have putting immense pressure offensively. If you're a Dynamo fan watching us tonight, recognize most of these names from conference play. Late whistle. Here's Lyle. Can't connect it into the penalties. Tries to win it back. Toledo Villa FC puts the foot down and rolls the Jeeps across the midfield line. Late. Hughes trying to go forward on his back. He'll help up Tricoli, or tried to. Renan Tricoli, member of Notre Dame College, not to be confused with the South Bend, Indiana Institute, but this is Northeast Ohio, the Falcons of Notre Dame College. D2, sorry. Vision 2. Free kick on the way for Toledo Villa FC now in the 24th minute. Seems the clock has fallen about 20 seconds, but we are in the 24th minute, I promise you. Sheriff lines back, sends a long ball, curves away from the boxes, now bounces in as Austin Lewis chases the ball down. Here's a nice setup, blocked away from Jeff Kelly Rosales. Race back for it, and Dayton will send it over the visiting stands and into the parking lot and well away from my car. And a throw in away for the visitors. Robert Miller gets the throw in. He'll go all the way to the wall on the pitch. He's looking towards his left. That's where all the fun is. Tristan Lyle, the lone Dynamo member up top. Rolls away, and underneath the feet of Kelly Rosales, can't quite sweep it towards the goal. Open man, the left wing now for Toledo Villa FC in the 25th minute. Play on and wide as Dayton award the goal kick, and midfielder for Dayton on his back. Slow to get up as Michael Dial would check him out. A scoreless affair between Dayton Dynamo and Toledo Villa FC. Lyle runs for this ball in the 25th minute. Kinghoff knocks down the ball carrier and races towards the penalties. He gets tangled up with the ball. Nice clean strip by Tevin Gilkes. However, Dayton's backline has it again as fans continue to walk into the glass, which, taken by its literal term, that is a painful thing to do, walking in the glass. But this is the glass, home of Dayton Dynamo FC. Pinballs off a couple of Dynamo members. And across the end line for a goal kick for Toledo Villa FC.
Toledo FC trapped in their corner, get it out. To Eric Hutton now. Finds Willie in the middle. So he finds a sea of red crashing on his right flank. Schluter with good footwork towards the goal. Score! Brad Schluter puts Dayton on top, 1-0 in the 27th minute. Schluter with the excellent footwork pulls it back and arcs it over Chris Baluska's head. And Dayton leads by 1 in the 27th minute. Great shot by Schluter. Great slice on the ball as well. And that's my goal to put up. Goal on the scoreboard. You couldn't see that as the scoreboard is behind the Dayton goalie. We're facing middle of the pitch. I almost forgot to add that goal on there. Double duty madness as Schluter, the goal scorer in the 27th minute, puts Dayton on top 1-0. About a minute later, throw-in coming for the visitors, Toledo Villa FC. Next game is a big game. Well, the next two are big games. Toledo Villa FC will tangle with Oakland FC. Loose ball. Here's Hoolings jumping on top of it. And he'll land on it outside the 6. He'll be replaced in the half by Ethan Dewhurst. If you remember that name, it was the friendly versus the U23s of the Columbus Crew SC. He came in and pitched a half a clean sheet. Lyle pickpocketed it away. Now for Kelly Rosales. Mustafa on top of it. Bounced in the middle, almost lunged at by Dayton. 2 now around the ball carrier. Tricoli, Renan Tricoli, unable to move it much farther. Dayton will get it to the back line where Tyler Biggs awaits. Goes for Hamid Sheriff. Here's Willie on the race. Tyler Biggs continuing to go backward, finds an open target towards his left. As Dayton leads 1-0 in the 29th minute off Bradley Schluter's goal about 2 minutes ago. Hughes picks it up in the circle. Finds Austin Lewis. Like I mentioned for Dayton, things do have to fall in their favor if they want to make the 2017 NPSL playoffs powered by MITRE. They need AFC Cleveland to draw or lose to FC Buffalo. That is a foul on Toledo Villa FC. Austin Lewis getting the worst of that. He does win a free kick for his team. Robertson heading towards that corner. It looks like he'll take the free kick, the Bowling Green Falcon. Tremendous addition, along with several others on this Dayton squad. But Coach Greist, undefeated at home in the NPSL season for Dayton. And Robertson, one of the many reasons why. Robertson runs up to the ball, deflects it off the one up front. Lyle almost has a goal as he falls down, but it is wide of the net. Goal kick, Toledo Villa FC. 31st minute, 1-0 Dayton, your score here from downtown Dayton, Ohio. We welcome you this Wednesday evening, the second to last home match of the regular season for Dayton, both of them being friendlies. As Dayton has played all 12 NPSL East matchups. They went 6-3-3 in them, the Dynamo did. Good enough for 21 points. 3 points per win. 3 draws equals 3 points. 1 point each draw. Nothing for the losses, of course. Toledo Villa FC 4-3-1. East Division of the Premier League of America. Good setup there by TVFC. Start off with Tricoli. Open left pitch now for the red shirts. Good speed by Gilkes. Flicks it towards the far corner. On top towards the 18, tangles up. We'll have a whistle. Gets marked outside the penalties. 32nd minute, 1-0 Dayton, your score. In the 27th minute, Bradley Schluter slices up a delectable arc for the first goal in this match. Still a lot of dark clouds looming over our heads here. Very humid summer's day. The kicker for Toledo FC faces back towards the goal line. He X1 into the mob. Flung away by Dayton as Robertson keeps it away. Good job by Robertson. With Tyler Biggs on his back, Robertson goes down as he sends a long arcing ball towards Lyle. The two defenders have it back. I believe that's Gritta on top of the MPSL Player of the Week. Long ball in front, looking for Tricoli now on the opposite side of the pitch. 33rd minute, 1-0 Dynamo. Flicked back for Sheriff. Miller pings it back. Here's a long send high over the goalpost. And it's a goal kick for the Dynamo. 33rd minute. It's 1-0 Dayton. Dayton in their attacking half. Robertson awaits the near pitch. Robertson, Lyle. Lyle had 2 goals in a very crucial 2-1 win against Erie. And an angle finds the hands of Beluska diving the blue turf. He'll land on top of it for a stop in the 34th minute. Dayton Dynamo 1, Toledo Villa FC 0. The second matchup of these two squads. The first matchup happened a while ago. And Toledo Villa FC definitely protected the Glass City with a 5-0 win against this Dayton squad. Now Dayton looking to protect their home turf. First year at CJ's Roger Glass Stadium. Second year as the Dayton Dynamo, previously known as the Cincinnati Saints. Schluter with tremendous pressure in the back. Can't quite keep it over the touchline for Angelo Willie. It's throw-in for Toledo. 35th minute upon us. 1-0 Dynamo on Schluter's arc. Back in the 27th. Nice rip by Eric Hutton. He charges ahead a big. Here comes Hutton with a cross and a send towards the goalie. Bounces low towards him. Up there for Dayton, Eric Hutton. Really hustling for a goal opportunity. Matt Kinkoff set one towards Chris Beluska. Now Dayton with it in their defending half. We head towards the 36th minute. In case you've never been to Roger Glass Stadium and you might want to check out the latter day in host club. Our last match here at the Glass. Last year a 5-win. Former Dayton Flyer Mike Schunderward had a couple goals in that match. So Robert Miller looks to tie for the Villa. It's sent away as Robertson goes deep, looks for Tristan Lyle hustling for the ball, and Beluska says bye-bye to this spear. And 36 minutes, and we'll have Camden Busher check in now, the lone sub for Toledo Villa FC. Busher, excuse me. Busher will come in. Looks like for Sheriff. No, Sheriff will stay in. The sub was Tricoli. Camden Bushker, listed as a Northwestern University product. The Big Ten Cats, or the B1G Cats, if you like Twitter hashtags read out loud. 37th minute, 1-0 for the Dynamo. But Toledo FC rolling it up quite nicely. And a whistle and free kick for Dayton. Austin Lewis taking the worst of this. .38th minute, 1-0 Dynamo. Schluter, Willie. Nice string for Kinkoff from Schluter. And Kinkoff picking up the Jets. Nice left foot curve. Kinkoff takes it outside the penalties. And a nice jump. Chris Beluska timed it perfectly to execute the jump. And Dayton chases the ball back in the 38th minute. And a 1-0 Dayton lead. Brian Hooling starting for Dayton in the net. And now here's Robert Miller barging ahead. Takes it towards the near corner. Drops it for Sheriff. Hamid Sheriff. Towards the penalties. A one-on-one interaction. Almost slips away from the shoe of Schluter. Dayton gets it back with Eric Hutton. Leading the charge up top for Robertson. Kinkoff directly up front. Lyle bringing up the far side of the pitch, and it's offside against Dayton. 39th minute, offside against Dayton, as the Dynamo lead 1-0. Mustafa now anchoring the back line for Toledoville FC. Dynamo putting most of the veterans in this match tonight. Prepare for a possible playoff match. Again, things do have to bounce. The Friday, Cleveland and FC Buffalo. Unless it's a Royals win, Dayton's in. So the Blitzers have to draw or win. And now long ball, Robertson and Lyle unable to get to it in the 40th minute. And Beluska will throw it quickly into the back midfield for Toledoville FC. Schluter rips it away from the towering Jeff Kelly Rosales. Toledo. Diley. Picked up by Hoolings. Hughes walks it up. Met with a red shirt in front, and Busher right in front. In his first few minutes, 12 players making the trip from northwestern Ohio down to southwest Ohio. '41st minute. Hoolings outside his arc. Gently taps it to Eric Kissinger. I mentioned a veteran of Dayton soccer. He has played on several teams, coached several teams. Foul on the back of Connor Hughes, quickly taken by Robertson. And now up top, Lyle, unable to race forward. The defender there, I believe that was Gilkey's that time. Keeps it away from the Wright State Raider. Lots of local colleges abound. This Dynamo squad is just a little bit too strong for Tate Robertson. And he knew it. So he hits his head with his right palm. But it's Toledoville FC back with the ball, trailing 1-0. Number 41. Robertson brings up the pack, double teamed, met up closer left. .42 minute. Kissinger trying for Kinkoff. Knocked away the ball. Robertson tries to cane it away. Gets knocked down the progress.
Not too happy about it.
7 in the midfield for Toledo FC. Slow ball for Hoolings as Coach Grice, Coach Gorin, and Coach Mombeck look on. Tristan Lyle drives the ball. Good spin around for the Raider. Goes towards his left for Angelo Willie. Schluter finds Hutton. Straight ahead. Flicked off the foot of Tate Robertson for Lyle. His arc is caught as Beluska started to head down. He stretched that out, and he made a gem of that. Chris Beluska, beautiful stretch on Tristan Lyle's attempt to make it a 2-goal lead. It remains 1-0 Dynamo, 43rd. Now here's a counter by the Red Shirts. Miller drags it, lost it, and picked up by Connor Hughes. Here's Hutton now, puts on the emergency brakes, and Miller jumps a couple yards away. Can't quite connect it to Robertson. Schluter. Sheriff now. Back to Sheriff. We're heading to the 44th minute. Shouldn't have much stoppage time. Maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes at the very most. Kissinger, good defense on the back of Kelly Rosales. Kissinger unable to move for the ball. Play on. And Dayton gets it out of the penalties. It's the most physical I've seen on the defensive side of things. Here's Lyle. Directly in front, it's Willie. Telling Lyle, get in front. Robertson now with 2 red jerseys on his right. Lyle, Willie, back to Robertson. Making his way towards the near corner. Robertson goes towards his right. Knocked away defensively, 44th minute. Here's Hutton. Hutton goes behind for Hughes. Now it's Lyle. Strong bounce off the striker. 45th minute. Just a minute to go. Hutton now ahead. Bouncing ball picked up, and Toledoville FC mulls it ahead. Can't connect it with Jeff Kelly Rosales. Shoot away. Kelly Rosales back on top of it. As Ethan Dewhurst warms up, he's got an away jersey for Dayton. The normal away kit. He should be coming in the second half. 1-0. 45th minute. Stoppage time lurking by. Hamid Sheriff. And now Robertson off the bounce. Robertson going to work. Robertson to Lyle. Onside. No, the flag goes up. And offside number 2 against Dayton.
That just made it easy. That's cheap. No way. Congratulations.
1-0. Beluska's going to let someone else take it, but we will head to the locker rooms. As it is a goal, Bradley Schluter angles one past Chris Beluska on a very impressive arc, and Dayton takes a 1-0 lead into the locker rooms. As we'll return in the second half, it is a battle of the Days. Toledoville FC 1-0 at the half.
And welcome back to the YouTube home of the Dayton Dynamo. Underway. Dayton lead 1-0 against Toledo Villa FC. I'm with you here. Thanks for joining us again. Thankfully, things have cooled down here in the Gem City. And for Dayton, they look to keep the fire on as they go for the chase for the 2015 NPSL playoff. My turn. Scored by Brad 20 Mark on his goal. Any substitution, like I said they would. David Janis being one of several. And we are back live here. Here's a nice race. Tate Robertson going mano-a-mano with Tevin Gilkes. Now the second defender, the lights flickering on here in the 46th minute, 47th minute. Nice send-up and a tangle-up as Nick Hagencourt for the University of Dayton Flyers stumble step towards the ball, unable to poke it on in. Hagencourt, part of the Dayton Flyers, like I previously mentioned. A goal kick on the way for Dewhurst, Ryan Hoolings, who had a half a clean sheet, and Dewhurst looking to staple half a clean sheet for himself to make a complete clean sheet between the two goalies. David Janis now finds Austin Kinley behind him. Kinley taking the place of Austin. Set ahead now by Diallo. Now picked up by the red shirts. Busher, who came in the 36th minute of the first half. Here's Kinley. Kinley racing forward towards the near corner. Makes the defender put on the brakes. Flipped on top. Hutton can't quite get it to Kinley, who will drop back in his position as Abdullah. Now stripped away, picked up by Christian Johnson. Christian Johnson joining the fray. I believe he takes the place of Angelo Willie. Matt Kinkoff on the bench. High pop-up out of the boxes towards the concession stands, where corner kick number 2 awaits us on the day, both of them for Dayton. Tate Robertson taking the second corner kick for Dayton. Right foot into it. Bounced away just out of the 6-yard box. Picked up by Robertson again. Robertson swings across, down low. In it goes. A bounce for David Janis. And Dayton goes on top in the 49th minute, 2-0. David Janis redirects it home off a Tate Robertson cross. David Janis scores for the Dynamo to double their lead against Toledo Villa FC. Robertson with the assist in the 49th minute. Dayton now leads by 2 against Toledo Villa FC. Chris Baluska, lone goalie for the 12-man squad of Toledo Villa FC. Camden Busher, the backup. He's playing right now. Took the place of Tricoli. Now moving around is Diallo. Draws the foul. David Janis scores the 49th minute to double the Dayton lead. Diallo looks, flings it towards his right, hits it off at Janis and Hutton. Throw in on the way for the red shirts.
Sponsors of Dayton Dynamo Soccer include Premier Health, Voss Auto Network, Dayton Beer Company, Modal Especial, WG Grinders as the concession stand, operators, Circuits and Cables on Brown School Road in Vandalia. As now Dayton's Robertson in the near corner, looks for another, shoves away his defender, goes far a couple yards, over the head of a Dynamo player into the arms of Beluska. 51st minute now. The clock has not stopped. That happened to us a couple matches ago. Follow along on Twitter at Dayton Dynamo. You could also follow me, the Lee W. Mowen. You won't get many game day tweets from my account, however. I'm broadcasting and operating the scoreboard tonight. 52nd minute approaches this. Flicked off the chest of Robert Miller. Behind him, picking up the rear is Busher. Tangled outside the box. And it's a free kick. Real close to the penalty markers. So free kick. Just outside the arc on the left side. Miller, along with Busher, the 52nd minute, talk things over. Now the Dynamo wall, anchored by one red shirt, pushed back where the penalty kick spot is. Well, parallel that spot, you should say. Miller races for it, right foot well wide of the net. Goal kick for Dayton. So what could have been a potential first goal for Toledo in this game is harmlessly flicked wide right of Ethan Dewhurst. 2-0 for the Dayton Dynamo. Brad Schluter got the party started in the 27th. And David Janis opened it up quickly in the second half in the 49th. Lee W. Mound with you here tonight, the YouTube home of the Dynamo. Dayton going back to work. Nice roll from Hagencourt, knocked down cleanly. Loose ball picked up by Toledo Villa FC. Chris DuPont, former Wright State Raider, in, unable to reel it in. Also a veteran on this team. Part of a very dangerous midfield that Dayton has brought on this 2017 season. Cross looking for Robertson. Hagencourt, DuPont in the arc. Can't get a clean kick on the ball. Fender behind him, DuPont's foot. As DuPont now with the ball. Player still down the middle of the 18-yard box. Here's Janis. Corner kick number 3 for Dayton as he deflects it off a Toledo Villa FC player. However, the referee now checks out the down player, and Premier Health's finest now races out towards the pitch to check out the fallen player. What happened was DuPont was ready to kick it towards Beluska and the goal, but the defender comes in and robs DuPont of a clean opportunity. However, knocking said clean opportunity away from DuPont in a little bit out. Currently take a water break, namely Christian Johnson. Greg Williams, one of the events for Dayton. Waiting on corner kick number 3 as one of the many trains downtown Dayton. Helped up. the bench. Looks like he'll be replaced by Renan Trocoli, the Notre Dame Falcon, Notre Dame College Falcon. Trocoli rechecks in minute number 56. Actually, that's number 9, Jeff Kelly Rosales. Jeff Kelly Rosales checks in the 56th, replacing the player being worked on the Premier Health bench. Didn't catch a number on that. Here comes corner kick number 3, taken by Robertson. Right foot, header bounced hard into the turf and wide of the net. Goal kick for Toledo Villa FC. 57th minute, Dayton 2, Toledo 0. And it was Camden Busher being told by our PA announcer. So Trocoli is back out there. I believe he was a second half sub for TVFC. Kelly Rosales redials it back, and the back line, anchored by Tyler Biggs, goes to work. Minute number 57 upon us. 2-0 Dynamo. Goals by Schluter and Janis. Loose ball. Janis can't quite cane it home. Is a throw-in by Dayton. Last touch by the Red Tops. Diallo, closest one to it. He is listed as MD Diallo, but the real name is listed on ToledoVillaFC.com. And number 58, 2-0 Dynamo. Mamadou Diallo is his name.
I like that better.
Toledo Villa FC anchors one. Flung away by Dayton. Lone striker racing forward is Robertson. And now picked away. David Jer. 3 now as Janis takes right wing. Janis unable to get a clean pass off. His defender right on top of him. Throw in taken by the Dynamo in the 59th minute. 2-0 Dynamo. Here's Kinley. Kinley approaches. Brings it back with the left foot. Right foot send in. Belushka is going to let it go. And that's a goal kick for the visitors. Greg Williams is standing by the fourth official. Looks like he might be checking in soon for this Dayton club. Greg Williams checks in. Looks like that might be the end of Tate Robertson's night. Greg Williams checking in for Dayton. And actually, that's the end of Brad Schluter's night. Brad Schluter has a goal tonight, currently the game-winning goal. And Greg Williams will check in as a sub. Leave. Dayton has one left by Jimmy Fultz. Of course, in friendlies, your subs rules are much more lax, especially for Toledo Villa FC. You have one sub off the bench. Racing forward up top. I believe that was hacking cord for Dayton. Unable to get it back. 60th minute. 2-0 Dynamo. Also, if I'm thinking right, too, going off a recent tweet by Dayton Dynamo, Toledo Villa FC, they have the Buffalo Wild Wings logo. I believe this is the second match in a row where a food company jersey sponsor, Commodores FC, it was Burger King, I'm trying to think throughout this long season who all had food. For Dayton, it is a very well-respected car dealership, the Voss Auto Network. Been doing business in Dayton for a long, long time. Many lots, including Centerville. For bouncing towards Kinley. One striker behind the Dynamo defenders. Coming in is Diallo. It looks like Connor Hughes might be coming back in. Like I mentioned, your substitution rules in friendlies, really, you're there to play. NPSL, you can sub your bench, which would be 7. Far corner now, Dayton 1-on-1, but it's Tyler Biggs getting the cut on that, allowing for Toledoville FC to clear it away and start a counter of their own. That's Tricoli on the right wing for 2-0 Dynamo. Another gorgeous sunset awaits us behind us. That'd be to the west if you like directions. Loose ball popped up, and Beluska measures it against the Dynamo attacker. Hughes and Tristan Lyle look to check in for Dayton. And number 62 in the contest. Greg Williams has headed to Dewhurst. Hoolings had a clean sheet in this 45 minutes of play. Throwing on the way for Toledoville FC, but it's Lyle coming back in, along with Connor Hughes. They'll take the place of Eric Hutton, so a Raider for a Raider. And Tate Robertson subs out. Connor Hughes and Tristan Lyle back in the 63rd minute. And a 2-0 Dynamo advantage. Robertson and Hutton join Kinkoff. Schluter on the bench. So a third Dynamo player there. There's one Dynamo general manager, Mackenzie Long, on the bench. My math is correct. That's Jimmy Foltz. He would represent the last Dynamo that has yet to play in this match. And we have corner kick number 0 for Toledo. That's a goal kick for Dayton. The far linesman took a while to point the flag. Beautiful scene here at Roger Glass Stadium. As the sun sets for another day, you see it reflecting off the skyline of downtown Dayton. Do have a real nice picturesque scene out here. 64th minute, 2-0 Dynamo. Christian Johnson. Open is Austin Kinley on the right wing. Picked up now by Chris DuPont. Long send in. Kinley can get there first. He will, but he also has a defender there too. He'll try to pop it around Diallo. Diallo right back on his feet, on top of it, now has a reinforcement. Throw in Toledoville FC. Great defense by MD Diallo. And a throw-in awaits the red shirts. The Gem City Squadron have moved out from the visitor side of the stands, and they have set up camp right behind Toledo's goalie. First time I've seen that all year, where they picked up and set up camp somewhere else that wasn't the danger zone. Now here's Tricoli up ahead for Toledoville. Can't get the shot through. He does get his ball back and sends it wide left off the ball boy. Tricoli had a lot of open net and just sends it wide left of the pole. 65th minute, 2-0 Dynamo. This broadcast brought to you by NetEdge Training, accompanied by goalkeeper coach Catherine Gordon. And Tim's our cameraman tonight. 66th minute, 2-0 for the Dynamo, and a throw-in deep in the third for the home team. Tricoli has a loose ball back. Can't keep it past the touchline. Little more turf. He might have been able to start a counter. DuPont passes Hughes. Loops it up shortly. Hagencourt comes up with it and hits it underneath his defender. I believe that was Mustafa out there. And that will be corner kick number 4 for Dayton. But first, a substitution. That's 21. Mike Diley. He'll re-enter in the 67th. Connor Hughes will be taking the corners now for Dayton with Robertson on the bench. Kissinger comes off in the 67th. Here's the corner. And that clinks off, and that is a goal kick. Actually, the official put up his arm and did say offside. That's 2 on both squads here in the 67th. Drum sounds nice from up here. The Ohio flag also hanging behind the Toledo net as DuPont gets the loose bouncing ball, guarded by Biggs. Strong to Christian Johnson, lot of open turf, and rolls it right to Baluska. Christian Johnson, lot of open turf around him, took the shot, and it's back to Chris Baluska. 2-0 Dynamo here in minute number 68. I know it says 07:05. Well, the 05 seconds, of course. But after 60 minutes, it goes to hours. Sorry about that. Free kick for Tristan Lyle and the Dynamo Dynamic. As Lyle gets underneath a defender, who continues to push down on the back. Lyle subbed back in the 63rd. Playing his 5th minute back since coming off the bench at half. Johnson will head around the football 30-yard line. Lots of Dynamo pressure on the left. Kinley, the lone one on the right. Lyle off his foot and past the end line. Goal kick, Toledo Villa FC. 69th minute, a 2-0 Dynamo lead. Fort Wayne Sport Club comes into town Saturday. 7:30 is the start time in that contest. We'll have a stream for you. Come on out to run the season game. Nice defensive take back for Dayton. '70th minute where the Dynamo lead by 2 on the goals from Brad Schluter and David Janis. A nice turnout of fans. Braving the heat.
They probably do. That would be a sports club.
Loose ball, Nick Hagencourt on top of it. Hagencourt, one of many Dynamo players that play their college soccer around downtown Dayton. One of a couple members of the Dayton Flyers. Scheduled to have a very tough regular season on tap. Hard to believe college soccer starts next month. Hagencourt sweeps it. Now for Janis, looking for a brace tonight. Janis, right foot cross. Here's Lyle setting it up.
trying to turn around. Goes for Hagencourt. Hagencourt blasted wide. That's a goal kick for Toledo Villa first. 71st minute, Dayton leading 2-0 here tonight. It's great to see the Dayton skyline to our left. Off the foot of Tristan Lyle. Janice, controlled by, getting a chance to show his speed, wanting the whistle, and he gets it. It's a free kick for the red shirts. Again, Toledo Villa FC, part of the Pre-America, northern part of the Midwest, from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, to Toledo, Ohio. And I'm getting confirmation that Dayton Dynamo match is being played at Ladder 19. Thank you for tuning us in, folks. Of course, there was a big U.S. Open Cup match down in Florida. FC Cincinnati and Miami City, I believe. There's Miami City and Miami United. I think it's City. Tell me if I'm wrong in the bar, please. But a big U.S. Open Cup quarterfinal match after FC Cincinnati knocked off the Columbus Crew and the Chicago Fire on penalty kicks. Past the end line it goes. Corner kick number 5 now for Dayton. So we head towards the 73rd. I believe that is Hughes again. Right hand up. Bouncing off the noggin of Hamid Sheriff. And now up top, Robert Miller, the lone splash of red on the pitch. And that is a taken, finding Hagencourt. Now up for David Janice, quickly met up with Diallo. Diallo has been a good staple on that left line for Coach Edwards. Off the chest of Christopher DuPont. Played his time at Wright State collegiately, also with the Cincinnati Dutch Lions at one point. Abdullah has now stopped. Looks like his left quad hurts. Not his quad, his thigh. Malatafig. Abdullah Malatafig. And we'll have a whistle to check out the down player. Hopefully it is nothing but dehydration cramps. And the Premier Health folks now come on out and help them up. Always got to thank the Premier Health folks. Sponsor of the Dayton Dynamo means the world to the Dynamo staff, players, and fans. But their job is immeasurable, keeping the players on turf and in play. As Malatawig, well, now head to the stretcher. Still right around his left knee now. He'll go behind the touch line, try to stretch it out. Like I mentioned, the real feel in Dayton, Ohio got up to about 98 degrees. So yeah, if you like the weekend weather, you probably hate this weather. 75th minute as Dayton might be sending Kinkoff and Robertson back into the fray. And for Toledo Villa FC, they might be playing with 10 men.
Camden Busher is on the bench, but he had that injury early in that second half, and his gear is not back on. As Mulatowig wait for the fourth official's green light. And up to 11 versus 11. 76th minute, Dayton 2 and Toledo Villa FC 0 on the goals from David Janis and Brad Schluter. Schluter got the going offensively with a well-placed arc. Passing at Chris Baluska. And David Janis from Tate Robertson piled on to double the lead. Play on as tanks ahead. Goes towards his right, finds Kelly Rosales. Up top, looking for Miller. Miller tangled up with Dewhurst, and the cleanup job is sent through. Tricoli sent that one into the nighttime sky. And if this was football, that would count for 3 points or maybe 1 point. But we're playing soccer or European football, if you like that term. It is a goal kick for Dewhurst and the Dynamo Dynamic. Tate Robertson and Matt Kinkoff line up. And we have a yellow card issued out there. To who, I cannot say. I was looking down to see the substitutions. Chris DuPont will be subbing off for Robertson. Robertson returns in minute number 77. DuPont gets that caution. Now 78th, it's Tristan Lyle coming back off for Kinkoff. That's your two Dayton subs. Again, you wonder, this is a friendly. It doesn't really count for anything other than bragging rights. Good point. However, with Dayton so close to tasting their first trip to the playoffs as the Dayton, Ohio squad, it's better to get the veterans some time to play, prepare for what could be a trip to the 2017 NPSL playoffs. Laced away, sent back in. Toledo Villa now with the pressure amongst the penalties. Left wing time for Dayton. Kinkoff, the striker up top, rolls it. Here's Nick Hagencourt, a 3-on-3, flip it. Here's Janis looking for that brace again. 78 sends it just wide of Baluska, and the goal kick for Toledo Villa FC. Fort Wayne Sport Club in town Saturday at 7:30 at Roger Glass Stadium. If you're watching out there and have no weekend plans, come on out to downtown Dayton. Tickets start at $5. $5 you sit with the visitors. $10 you sit with the general public on this side of the pitch. And $15 you get a fancy seat and a fancy ticket, where if you scan that QR code, you get the menu and you can order food right to your seat. It is a real neat addition for the fans this year. 79th, 2-0 Dynamo. Miller going backwards. Finds lots of red jerseys in front, but faces forward and more white jerseys than red up top. Right wing, here's Miller back on the feed. Hagencourt knocks him off the ball. Deep set in for Toledo. And here's Dewhurst jumping into action away from Jeff Kelly Rosales, robbing him of an opportunity to cut this lead down to 1. '80th minute, and a foul on Toledo Villa FC. Just go back on the playoffs picture. Dayton does need a little help. After all, they're done with playoff or conference play. There's Janis DuPont. Thought DuPont subbed out, but it rifles away, and Hagencourt will actually keep it in play. Thought that ball was going to roll past the yellow for sure, but Hagencourt, a nice job retrieving the ball. It's going to be a good anvil on to Coach Dennis Courier's Dayton Flyers squad. It's going to be a good college soccer season in Dayton. Wright State Dayton in D1, Wittenberg Tigers, represented by Alberto Zaragoza, who's not on the roster tonight. They're in Division III in the North Coast Atlantic Conference. So pretty much after the summer soccer season's over, make sure, no matter where you are, support your college soccer team. Double teaming upon the shoulders of Lotto Fig. Off the noggin of a Villa defender. 81st, 2-0 Dayton. And ripped away by the Dynamo squad. Now a chance to tell you the playoff pictures. Michael Diley chases the ball down. Friday is a very big day, and I hope all Dynamo fans have their eyes to Robert E. Rich All-High Stadium in Buffalo, New York. FC Buffalo and the Blitzers host AFC Cleveland. If the Royals lose or draw, Dayton's in, because that's the last conference game for AFC Cleveland. And Erie's got two more, one on the road. Saturday, Rochester hosts Erie in Rochester, New York, formerly the River Dogs, spelled with a Z, FC. Here's Hagencord, nice feed up top. One-on-one defense from Mustafa, and Mustafa comes up for the Red Tops. And now Toledo going to work up top, looking for Kelly Rosales, finding Robert Miller. Miller slows down his roll. Rosales, 82nd minute now. Heading into the 83rd. Might have a couple minutes or two. Stoppage time in the second half. We'll wait to see what the fourth official says with the two injuries for Toledo Villa FC. And then this is a friendly match. So that might also account into maybe a minute. Maybe if there's a real good opportunity. We'll wait and see what the yellow-coated officials have decided. Here's a blast high, and another one strings through the goalpost. It is a goal kick on the way for the Dynamo. There's another American football reference for you. Saturday, like I mentioned, Rochester hosts Erie and the Commodores at 4 o'clock. And Fort Pitt Regiment hosts Syracuse FC. Both those teams are eliminated from playoff contention. That's at Highmark Stadium. If you're around the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, you want to see Highmark? Recommended. You get to see the river on the opposite side of the pitch. It's quite nice. Here's Kinkoff up top. Diallo on. Kinkoff lost his footing. Here's the 18. A cross towards the 6. Ripped away. Loose ball picked up by Tyler Biggs. 84th minute. Still 2-0 Dynamo. The aggregate score would be 5-2 Toledo of the first matchup in Northwestern, a 5-0 Villa win. Kinley racing for the ball, dropping for Abdullah, who is back on there. Luckily, it was just dehydration, those cramps getting to him. Remain 11 on 11, just one yellow card to Chris Dupont, the 77th. Whistled away by the Dayton back line. As we head towards the 85th, strong ahead. And we'll find Gilkes instead of Kinkoff. And on Sunday, at Gannon University Field, Erie has their last conference game. It will be against Syracuse FC. So let's say AFC Cleveland wins Friday. That's the only way that Dayton doesn't clinch a playoff spot on Friday. Erie would have to lose both the road game at Rochester and the home game against Syracuse FC. Rochester, FC Buffalo, Syracuse FC, and Fort Pitt Regiment, they are out of playoff contention. And that win, the 2-1 win against Erie, boosts Dayton's playoffs chances at least 63%. These are off the numbers ran by my friend, hopefully yours too, Brian Reese. 85th, 86th minute approaching. 2-0 Dynamo, your score in this friendly matchup of two Ohio Squad FC of the Premier League of America. I wanted to ask Coach Eber, is a coach that was like Jurgen Klopp of Liverpool, of course. One animated coach, the German, that leading the Reds. I wanted to ask that because the Premier League name, I end up not asking that. Figured that was a bad idea as the broadcaster, after all. Free kick on the way for Toledo Villa FC off of a Dynamo foul. And like I mentioned, Premier League of America, their stretch is mostly north Midwestern from Cedar Rapids, Iowa to Toledo, Ohio. Also, once the C. Ann Arbor, who is doing some great work in the Great Lakes Division, Grand Rapids FC, who once had a game at Fifth Third Ballpark, send in Dewhurst, one bounce to him. Easy catch in the 87th minute, 2-0 Dynamo. As Grand Rapids FC played at the home of the Single A West Michigan Whitecaps. Tangling on there is Kinkoff back up quickly. Kinkoff looks around. Janis on the other side can't get it through past Tyler Biggs, and he'll pick it up by the far corner. Play on was issued mainly because of Kinkoff's ability to jump back onto the ball. Referees have to give and gauge if you can get back up or if it's a competitive no-no. Also, Toledo had a member in the Premier League of America. A while back, it wasn't named that, but in 2015, they had Toledo United FC throw in for Toledo Villa FC. If we look at the head coach breakdown of the current PLA, all but three coaches are American. Charlie Edwards, one of the many Americans leading the squads. Your exceptions are RWB Adria in River Grove, Illinois, led by Sanasa Albiak. And that flag is Croatian. We're waiting on a long throw-in. I believe Miller taking that one. He can throw him deep. Off the head of Tricoli, and I wonder if he wasn't expecting that throw-in to hit him. But it does, and Dayton gets it back, hitting off the back of the striker's ankles in Kinkoff, allowing for Diallo to swoop in low and pick it back up. Abdullah knocked down, and a free kick for Toledo Villa FC. DuPont. He's in danger of being cautioned. The referee coming over, trying to calm him down. DuPont was cautioned the 77th. The other two non-American coaches from Cedar Rapids Rampage United at Kingston Stadium, Huerton Moreira from Brazil, Mexico, Christopher Sosa leading the Elgin Pumas, Southern Illinois. They play at Judson University. And that club is 1991. Deep send in on the way. Knocked away, 9th minute. 2-0 Dynamo. Far touchline, kept in nicely. One striker up top, and a feed waiting Janis. Reels it down. Pinball back to Janis. Diallo will catch up. Janis belts it off of the defender. Gets the ball back. 90th minute of this friendly, and a whistle and a foul going against Dayton. Free kick already taken by Toledo Villa FC. Looking up top, Miller, who's ahead of his defender. I believe that's Kinley. No, Greg Williams. And Greg Williams takes a shoulder on that charge. That will be the first corner kick of the match for Toledo Villa FC. Dayton now cornering their visitors 5-1 at this juncture. This being the first one. And it looks like they'll send Hamid Sheriff. Hamid Sheriff now waiting at the near corner. 10 seconds left until stoppage time. Don Betzak Don, the PA guy, bets I can't stop it right at 90. And where we go. Stoppage time in the second half. Blistered away. And that's corner kick number 2 for Toledo Villa FC. Sheriff again from the near corner. Here comes a send-in off the right fingertips of Dewhurst. He'll rifle it on the far side of the line. Corner kick number 3 for Toledo Villa FC in the span of about 15 seconds. Sheriff again. He'll go on the other side. All eyes upon the referee. 2 minutes I'm hearing of stoppage time. Wide of the net. That's a goal kick for the Dynamo. Dayton leads 2-0 in stoppage time of the second half. One more friendly awaits the Dynamo. A big weekend approaching this Daytonian squad. Dayton can get in the playoffs Friday if AFC Cleveland doesn't win at FC Buffalo. A big game for the Royals. Also a big game for the Dynamo that they happen to not be playing. Kinkoff bouncing off his defender. Goes! Blocked by the goalie. Loose ball! And slips away. That's corner kick number 6 for Dayton. I thought the defender might have had the ball in his hand, and we have a down Dynamo player deep in the 6. Can't see who that is. That's Hagencord. Premier Health quickly up. Flyer is now rolled onto his back, and the whistle is blown. And that's full time. Hagencord checked by the trainer as the referee decides that's a match. And the Dayton Dynamo have won their first friendly match of 2017 with a 2-0 win against Toledo Villa FC. Goals scored by the Cedarville Yellow Jacket, Bradley Schluter, in the 27th minute to win the game. And early in the second, David Janis puts the second one in. 2-0 Dayton wins here from the glass. The last game for Dayton in the regular season happens Saturday at 7:30 here at Roger Glass Stadium. Hope you join us on YouTube or come out to the Glass as Dayton will host the Fort Wayne Sport Club. We hope you join us for that broadcast. And that will be it until Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. This is Lee W. Mowen signing off. Thank you for making us a part of your Wednesday night. And again, your full-time score, the Dayton Dynamo 2 and Toledo Villa FC 0. Until Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us.